Michael Run here with Nexus Dealer Portal. I am sitting here with Alan West at City Sales. Alan, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself and your business?
My name's Alan West. I've been in the car business for about 43 years now. My dealership is a small town, but we try to cater if I don't have what you want, we try to go get what you want. Just because I don't like it, that don't mean I won't get it for you, because everybody don't have the same taste, you know. We sell a little bit of everything. Four-wheelers, side-by-sides, travel trailers, cars, trucks. A lot of trucks in this part of the country. We keep a little bit of variety of everything, foreign cars, American cars, diesel trucks. We sell boats, campers, RVs. It's been ironic how many times that we've had a customer pull up to come to buy something and see something totally different that they leave with, you know. And the referral is what's, you know, word of mouth, as we say in the old school, is the best advertisement we can have, you know. It can kill you just as easily as make you, you know. I've got two families here in this town that I've sold cars to for over 30 years. I'm selling to the grandkids now.
Selling to the grandkids now, you know. Yep, that's the way to do business. You know. Have you ever thought about getting more involved in the EV business?
We probably talk about it on a daily basis. I just have no desire to. If I had a customer that asked me to go get an electric vehicle and that's what they wanted, I would. But as far as stocking it, I guess, you know, I'd be lying if I said any different. If I saw one and I stole it for the car, I'd probably try it, you know.
Yeah. What kind of changes have you seen over the years, especially since COVID?
Price more than anything. What we call a cat-eye pickup in this part of the country. They were $4,500 trucks before COVID, and I saw them bring $12,500 to $16,000 during COVID, and we couldn't get them fast enough. Here, I keep an SUV for myself to drive, and I actually had 3 or 4 brand new ones I bought, and people came in and wanted them and was willing to give more than we paid for them. Supply and demand. I think cars have adjusted all over the country. Because the new one's so high, I don't believe we'll ever see what we call cheap cars ever again. Mileage especially, used to a 100,000 mile car, that people wouldn't even open the door to even consider it. Now new car stores, what they would wholesale me, they keep. That's their bread and butter.
Yeah. And then on another note, with the way things are going in the world today and, you know, tariffs coming up, you know, we're seeing a lot more demand with used vehicles.
Yes.
So what is your experience, you know, with that?
It's supply and demand too, especially on that. It's making it tough to get. I'm happy I'm in the used car market and not the new. You've got folks who still want that new vehicle, but the sad fact is a new vehicle has gotten out of a lot of folks' reach. They can't reach it, they can't make the payment, you know. And I'm seeing it, and I don't mind telling to whoever's watching this, there's not a lot of quality in a new vehicle anymore. I mean, these, especially an old man, it comes in here and there's not a transmission dipstick for him to check that fluid. He's not buying it, you know. So modern technology on some of these vehicles has put a lot of people out of the market for buying them.
Have you ever thought about getting into the online selling of cars?
Yeah, and we haven't done that per se. My son has got on Facebook Marketplace, and we really need to, because if blank post buy cars today on Marketplace, by Monday, 3 or 5 of them are gone. There used to be a little book called Auto Trailer, and that was the thing for us. Everybody says, oh, it's expensive. If I did 2 pages, if I sold 1 car, it paid for the whole ad.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing was, like I was 34, I've had people call me, and I wouldn't even have this particular vehicle in that ad, but they would see it sitting behind another. Do you still have that vehicle? And buy something that didn't even have the ad in it. Yeah, online sales. I know the big dealer in Memphis that they average 500 cars a month online sales.
Yeah,
every month.
Personally, from my end, most of your vehicles are transported you're buying from auction.
Right.
Do you ever transport any vehicles out of state when you sell them?
Yes. A lot of people, that's what's coming to. Like we've got people that have bought cars from us that physically didn't see anybody to look at it. We tried to represent it fairly, told them they were more than welcome to Carfax it and check it, and they wired the money, and And a lot of times they've made the arrangements. I have had y'all haul a car for them. They make the arrangements to have the car pick it up. I use y'all on almost a daily basis, and we always ask, where's this other car going? And it'll be a ball player that's bought it, going across country, or, you know, an investment banker, you know. So, I mean, it's a daily thing.
How do you find your stock?
I don't get on there particularly looking for anything. I just auction search, and I go down from the A car to the Z, and boom, there it is. And I kind of like creature habit. I've got places that I favor that I like. I've got employees at some of these places that go on beyond the call of duty to be nice to you. That's a lot of you trying to deal with.
Yeah. How important has the dealer portal been to you, and how has it helped your?
We couldn't make it without it. I have 2 trucks of my own, 2 traders. We were going after myself. You know, I don't want everybody to think that this is what you make per car, but if I go get myself to say paying you $300 and I lose a $3,000 car deal, what have I gained? Nothing, because nobody's at the office.
Yeah.
You know, it's insured once with you, it's tied down, you know, this may bite us today. We've had the loaders at the facility do some damage to a car. We have not had a car damaged from Nexus since we started using it.
Basically, walk me through the process of when you're buying a car from auction, and once you buy that car from auction, what you do from that point to you get it to transport.
Usually within 5 minutes of the time I bought it, my son's contacting you, because if it's way off, you've got to hope to get me a shipper. And some places you have 2 days to get this car out before storage starts. It's nothing to do with y'all, and it's a thing that none of us like.
Yep.
If it's supposed to be out by Friday, but we can't make it, say your guy didn't make it their time, they charge me late fee for Saturday and Sunday, even though it's not loadable and, you know, it's not right, but I still have to pay it, you know.
Yep.
But that's what I try to do. I stay on blame. Is I try to make it better for you. I'm not going to try not to call you the day before it's got out. Well, hey, I've had 3 or 4 other people going to get it. I'm going to call you, and that gives you 6 days to get that. It has to be out the day before the next auction. Yeah. I just bought a big camper. You were able to get it pulled for me. It was all the way in Florida. I couldn't ask for a better price. I didn't want to go to Tampa, Florida myself and pull no camper home, but we got it.
Yep.
Customer was waiting on it. It was happy.
All right, so as you see here, we're looking at the Nexus Dealer Portal. Once you're signed in, you see our dashboard. On the dashboard, what you have here, Alan, as you scroll through it, is number 1 is our private vehicles, which is all free to you. These are vehicles from private sellers that we run a marketing campaign through our own website. And as you scroll down through here, you see all your saved quotes and all your orders. Now, as you scroll down, we add private car selling leads daily to this list. These are all free to you, and make a deal with them. If the deal is made with them, you simply click on the shipping button, and you can see this is here in Talladega, Alabama, and then go ahead and put in your delivery zip code right there. That's where it says delivery city state.
Right here.
Yep. If you scroll down a little more, there is your carrier's information, your carrier details. This is who's going to be delivering the vehicle to you, and that's who you need to pay.
That's express.
All right, Alan. So a couple more questions here for you. You seem to be having some success with the help of our data portal. What do you like about our service right now?
You know, and on occasion, the price can drop $2,500 in 2 weeks. You know, if you buy it at the end of the year market time. I like the fact a lot of times if the shipper is coming after hours and they want to work with us, my beep sitting here some mornings when I get here, even when I didn't come down here and get up and do anything. Yeah. My cars are getting here on time. And time is money in my business.
So what do you look out for in a shipping service? What makes a reliable shipper, and how does quality shipping positively affect your business?
Exit, especially when I can refer it to somebody else that I'm happy with what I'm getting. And the main thing is, I'll say this for instance, y'all just hauled a big camper in for me, and the customer was so gun shy. They paid everything. They paid for the car before they ever got it here, which is my deal when I buy you something online. I told them what she quoted, told them when it was going to be here, and it's actually here a day earlier, and the customer was absolutely ecstatic that they didn't have to wait a month for it to get here, because it came 1,000 miles. You know, and Nexus is the only company that I've been dealing with campers for 30 years that has ever been willing to bring a camper for me.
How has it changed your approach to logistics and Chittering?
It's kept me from getting in the vehicle myself, being wore out and tired, being on the side of the road, broke down. It's made my operation a lot easier and more streamlined and more profitable. I can be here to wait on my customer instead of being on the side of the road somewhere for 2 days.
What makes Michael's approach work for you?
He's done everything he said he was going to do. I think one time he was sick and out, and he actually had somebody to fill in, and the gentleman took it and ran with it and did a wonderful job. And when we called, he said, "Listen, you are one of our better customers. We see it. You have an account." And I didn't have to worry the fact that he wasn't there, that my job wasn't going to get done.
Well, Al, I appreciate your time here today.
Appreciate y'all. We do appreciate iPhone with the portal. We're early into 25, but at the end of the year, I'll look, and there's page after page after page of what we call it. That means we're both doing business.
We're both doing business. Looking forward to a good 2025.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Allen, I'll go around the desk here and shake your hand.
Thank you, and great meeting you today. Meeting you too, sir.